Hi everyone, it's Bianca here. In this tutorial I will explain to you how to crochet this cute little granny blanket. This blanket is easy to make and with just a few colors you will have a great result. We complete this blanket in 3 tutorials. In this tutorial we are going to make the little granny squares. In the second part we are going to crochet the grannies together. Join as you go. And finally, in the third part we are going to make a border. Most of you already know how to make granny squares, but I will show you how to close the first round with a half double crochet. This way it's easier to start in round 2 and it looks also more beautiful. You can make this blanket as big as you want. The blanket as I made it here is 80 by 80 centimeters. Let's see what you need for this blanket in my size. The yarn that I use is Color Crafter from Scheepjes. I use 5 different colors for the grannies. You only need 1 ball of each color. Then you need also a base color to crochet all the squares together. Join as you go. You will need 2 balls of the base color for the size of my blanket. You will need also a 4mm crochet hook, scissors and a needle. So let's start the cute little granny blanket. We start with a slip knot on the hook and then we make a chain 3. That's 1, 2 and 3, and then we close here in the first chain stitch with a slip stitch. Now you have here a little circle. In that circle here we make that little square. We start with our first double crochet, that's a chain 3. It's 1, 2, 3. Now here in that little circle here in the center we make 2 double crochets. That's 1 and 2. Now make a corner, chain 2. 1 and 2, and then go back here in that little circle here in the center with 3 double crochet. It's 1, 2 and 3. Make a corner, chain 2, 1 and 2, go back in that little circle with 3 double crochet, and you see that I'm working also around that tail here. So place it like this and you work also around that tail. 3 double crochets in that center stitch. It's 1, 2 and 3. Then make a corner, chain 2, and for the last time here in the center a group of 3 double crochets. It's 1, 2 and 3. Now we have to make our last corner. We have here 3 corners. The last corner we make not a chain 2, but we make here on top of the very first double crochet, that's the chain 3, in the 3rd chain stitch a half double crochet. Yarn over, then here in the 3rd chain stitch 1, 2, 3 in the top here in the center of that V. Grab your yarn and pull up, then you have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull to 3 in one go. And this is also a corner. We start with round 2. We begin with a chain 3, counts for your first double crochet, and then here in the space of that half double crochet we make 2 double crochets. It's 1 and 2, make a chain 2, 1, 2, then go back in that same space here with 3 double crochets. 1, 2 and 3 for your first corner. Now we skip over to the next chain 2 corner space here. So you skip here the 3 double crochets in that chain 2 space. We make a corner of 3 double crochets in that space. It's 1, 2, 3, make a chain 2, back in that same corner space 3 double crochets. 1, 2 and 3. These stitches here, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, we make that also in the next 2 times the 2 corners here. So in the next chain 2 corner space make 3 double crochet, then a chain 2, 3 double crochet back in that same space, and also in the last chain 2 corner space here also 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. We made all the stitches complete. Now we cut the yarn, not too short, and I open up that last stitch. You pull your hook all the way up, then I grab the needle and make a invisible join in the beginning. We skip that chain 3 here in the beginning here, and then you go here on the top of the very first double crochet, and then on top of the double crochet you go under through that little V, then pull through, then you go back to the last stitch that you made here, that third double crochet, then you go on top here in that little V in the back loop only, and then you work also in the back loop of that chain 3 here in the third chain stitch, also in the back loop, and then you pull through. This is how you make that invisible join. This stitch here is your invisible join. Now I turn my work, and with the needle you go under through a little stitch, not through and through. Do not like this, but only here in the back of a stitch, then pull through, you go for a second time under through that same stitch, and then now you work a little loop, so like this, you go with your needle into that loop and then pull. Now I made a little knot, and then you wave that tail in only in the back of the stitches. Pull through, then skip 1 stitch, you go back under through that stitches here, also in the back, and then 1 more time to the other side. Then I wave the tails in, and then I cut the yarn very short, and here's your little square. And then you have to make 19 more of these little squares, 20 squares of each color. So on the end you have 100 little squares, 20 squares of each color. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.